Dude, I kind of like that.
You good work.
When I sing it this way, it feels like a wave. Dude, that is insane. Yeah, let's go. Hey there. In this video, I will be sharing my very chaotic and messy recording process. I am about to record the vocals of my song called Golden. In this specific video, I will only be covering the recording process, so if you are interested in what effects I use on my vocal chain, then make sure to subscribe, as I will be sharing the full production process of this song, meaning instrument tracking and editing, arranging, mixing and mastering. So enough said, let's get recording. Yeah, so here we are in Ableton. This is the verse that we are working with. The verse from Golden. Yeah.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought you were. I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn.
I think I'm just gonna concentrate on one area because I'm like trying to remember everything. I just want to do that one line and really feel into it, right?
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
I kind of like that one. I didn't think I would get it so fast, but let's just see.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
Ooh. Yeah, I like the percussiveness of like
something falls apart that you thought could work.
I want to try and get that in. I'll try another take, but I like that one, so I'm going to keep that.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
I liked that one. I really liked that one.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
Gonna do another one. Just do a few tries. I want to try a different rhythm over the top of it, so I'm just gonna, just go like.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work. You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
It's a bit different.
Something falls apart that you thought could work.
Yeah, it's just a bit too chill, I feel like.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
Sounded fine to me.
You know it hurts.
When I just did the first one. Go on.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
I think I kind of like the second half of the.
Something falls apart that you thought could work. You know it hurts.
I kind of like that comp.
Something falls apart that you thought could work.
Okay. Let's just try and do the second half because I'm kind of happy with that one, right? Ding!
I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. 'Cause I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn.
Yeah, let's go.
I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. I learn. suddenly turn. The spark when things suddenly turn. When things suddenly turn. Ooh, I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh,
Dude, I kind of like that. And it works. Yeah, it's kind of puzzled together a bit, but I feel like
I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn.
I feel like the I has to be breathy. So like I, and then wanna learn has to start to have more chord closure. So I wanna learn. Instead of being how to reach for the spark, how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Yeah. I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, I wanna learn how to reach. Yeah. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. I feel like today I just can't seem to get it in like one go. I wanna see what this now sounds like in context, right? So if I just listen to the whole thing, so I'm just gonna take this and put that on there.
You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work. I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh,
Ding! Just gonna try a few U's just for safety, so I can grab some U's if I need them.
you know it hurts.
I like it. I like it.
You know it hurts. You know it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, why is that so cheesy if I go like, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Oh no. You know it hurts. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
I kind of like that. Now what I did there is I lowered my larynx a bit because I'm singing so breathy. We have a lot of like air in the vocal. So what I kind of want to do to balance that out is lower my larynx so I'm not fully like, you know, singing in a way that I go, you, because this would be with a high larynx. You wanna learn. So I'm lowering the larynx, but I'm still keeping it breathy. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for right now for the first, like, instead of you, like you. Just that little bit makes a big difference, I think, for entering this song, you know.
You know it hurts. You know it hurts. You, something falls apart that you thought could work. Something falls apart that you thought could work.
Let me just see if the second line is strong enough.
Something falls apart to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. How to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. I wanna learn.
Just gonna keep that because I like that.
I.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry. Excuse my language.
I wanna learn how to reach for the spark, yeah. How to reach for the spark, yeah. For the spark, yeah. Yeah. The spark, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's like that's really cool. I'm just gonna keep that.
I wanna learn to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn.
Dude, I didn't properly sing, you know, the how to reach. I think I just got the reach.
I wanna learn to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, I
Dude, that is insane. Let me do that again.
I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, I wanna learn how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh.
I like that when I sing it this way, it feels like a wave. I feel like I'm just like,
How to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, when things suddenly turn.
very dynamic. I like that vibe.
How to reach for the spark, yeah. Oh, how to reach for the spark. How to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn.
I don't like the word spark. I'm not singing it really that good. Yeah.
How to reach it. How to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, okay. Oh, how to reach for the spark. Yeah. When how to reach for the spark when things suddenly turn. Ooh, yeah. The spark when things suddenly turn.
That's cool. I think I'm gonna comp with that for now. I got enough takes. That was it when it comes to the recordings. As I said in the beginning, I was a bit messy and lacking a little structure. If you was just as lost as I was and it was itching you towards the end where I was just layering and layering without knowing what will happen with the tracks, stay tuned for next week's video where I will clean the whole mess up and show you how I layer my vocals and add effects to my top line and doubles. If you want to see how I produced and layered the drums, go and check that video out up there. And I can't wait to see you there if you do show up. I appreciate your eyeballs for watching this far. Take care and much love to you. Bye bye for now.